By 2023, AI will automate nearly 40% of leadership tasks, speed without direction, and communication without connection. AI will expose them. Those local studies show a clear pattern. Welcome to VOCAST, and today is just you and me. Let me start with something most people never ask themselves. Not because it's complicated, but because it's confronting. If your emotional life had a dashboard, what warning light would be blinking right now? Would everything look stable? Or would you see an emergency? I'm asking this because after my conversation with Dr. Layla Nahawi and after reading the latest global and UAE workplace studies, I realized something. We don't have a well-being crisis. We have a self-awareness crisis. And the numbers reveal the story. I'll share with you 3 studies. The first one is from McKinsey Health Institute, 2023. It reveals that nearly 1 in 4 employees worldwide reports burnout. And as you know, burnout reduces performance, creativity, and engagement. Another one by Gallup, State of the Global Workplace 2023, says that 44% of employees experience daily stress. Only 23% feel engaged, which means most people feel emotionally disconnected from their work. And if I'm going to tell you about the UAE Workplace Wellbeing Research of 2023-2024, those local studies show a clear pattern. Emotional health leads to clarity, to performance, to satisfaction. But here's the truth we rarely say out loud. Global studies guide us, but they don't fully reflect the emotional reality of the UAE, a workplace shaped by more than 200 nationalities, each carrying different pressures, values, and coping mechanisms. So the real task becomes, how do we study ourselves within a global context without losing the truth of our own experience? That's the question that matters for the decade ahead. People often think well-being is a modern concept. Our tradition knew it long before modern psychology did. Take, for example, Ibn Sina, who linked emotional imbalance to physical illness. Al-Razi described the mind as the anchor of the body. And Al-Ghazali warned us, what you do not repair inside yourself will eventually destroy your peace. And Ibn Khaldun taught that the well-being of individuals shapes the rise and fall of nations. This isn't spirituality. This is human science expressed in the language of faith. And this is why the UAE, naming 2026 the Year of the Family, is more than symbolism. It recognizes something profound. The emotional state of the parent becomes the emotional culture of the home. And the emotional culture of the home becomes the emotional future of the nation. So let me ask you this. What emotional patterns are you passing down without noticing? Because children don't learn from our words. They learn from our tone, our stress, our silence, our reactions, our habits. And this is the real well-being story. Now, let's look forward. By 2023, AI will automate nearly 40% of leadership tasks. But that doesn't mean AI will replace leaders. It means something more confronting. AI will expose them. Because when AI handles the routine work, leaders are left without their true differentiator, their emotional clarity, their presence, their humanity, and the research is already pointing in that direction. According to PwC Future of Wellbeing Report 2025, the next decade of workplace well-being will be shaped not by AI itself, but by how leaders use AI. AI can amplify clarity, or it can amplify emotional chaos. It depends on the leader behind the screen. And here's another 2025 study by Mindshare Partners shows that the fastest growing threat to workplace well-being is not workload. It is emotionally disconnected leadership. Leaders who move fast but feel nothing. Leaders who depend on automation but lack inner alignment. And this emotional disconnect spreads quietly through teams. Because teams don't collapse from tasks, they collapse from unresolved tension, pressure without meaning, leaders who are physically present but emotionally absent, speed without direction, and communication without connection. AI accelerates all of this positively or negatively. A grounded leader plus AI equals clarity and alignment. An exhausted leader plus AI equals speed and collapse. And this is why your inner skills are no longer soft. They are structural, they are strategic, and they are the difference between a team that rises and a team that breaks quietly. So, as AI grows, the deeper question becomes, what emotional culture are you building as everything around you becomes automated? I will leave you with a set of questions, not to pressure you, but to bring you back to yourself. So, question 1 is, if your children copied your emotional habits, not your advice, would they inherit strength or your unhealed wounds? Question 2, what emotion do you hide the most? And where is it leaking into your work and relationships? Question 3, are you truly living or simply managing stress every day? Question 4, if your future self looked at you right now, what is the one thing they would tell you to stop pretending about? And question 5 is, what part of your life needs your attention? Not someday, but today. I urge you to sit with these questions because self-awareness isn't optional anymore. It is the foundation of your future, your family's future, and your career's future. All right. If this episode made you think, share it with one person you care about and tell me, what is the one emotional habit you're ready to change in 2026? Your answers will shape the next VOCAST episodes. This was VOCAST Solo, where we ask what others don't so you can become the person your future needs.